Hey, welcome. Domain Dave again, cheapwinefinder.com, like always. This is a wine I found at Trader Joe's for $11.99. It's not a Trader Joe's wine, and their price is pretty much what everybody else has it for. It's an interesting wine. It's from Languedoc. I used to pronounce it Languedoc, 3 syllables, but I was told it's 2, but it sounds better the other way. It's called Côte de Mas, M-A-S, Sauvignon Blanc Vermentino 2024. Côte de Mas is Domaine Paul Mas. Jean-Claude Mas is now the proprietor. It's a winery that's been around since the 1890s, but since around 2000, they went into the Languedoc and pretty much modernized the whole place, and they're like one of the leading winemakers of the Languedoc region. And that's the place in France where the value price wines come from. In France, I mean, people drink enough wine that pretty much every region has value prices. I read somewhere that half the wines out of Bordeaux are under $20. You know, when you have people having a bottle for lunch and a bottle for dinner, they're not paying $50 a bottle. So, but this is where the inexpensive wines are from. This is a the Vindiac IGP wine, which means it has fewer rules and regulations, but it's still legit for the region. It's not something, they haven't turned it into something that doesn't make sense. And it's got a 70% Sauvignon Blanc from the Languedoc, which isn't really, you know, it's not the biggest known place for Sauvignon Blanc. The Loire Valley does that, which is further, which is closer to the Atlantic Ocean. This is near the Mediterranean. And Vermentino. Vermentino is an Italian grape. It's one of those grapes when you have it, goes, I should have this more often, then you don't have it more often. And one of the reasons why is because you can go to a liquor store and find 50, 60 Sauvignon Blancs and 100 Chardonnays, and you know the brands of half of them, and in Vermentino you don't know. So it's kind of the, you know, wine's problem for not getting the names out, but there you go. But Sauvignon Blanc and Vermentino are two wines that are similar. Now, the weird thing about this wine is I do not like the nose of it. There's this odd flavor. It's actually, as it opens up, it's kind of going away, but it was off-putting. And there were some good scents in there, but yeah, there's this weird petrol, just something odd. But if you taste it, and all that goes away. It's got full, rich flavor. It's not, if you're expecting New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc or one of those things, it's not that. It's really balanced, it's smooth. The Vermentino and the Sauvignon Blanc kind of both improve each other and cancel each other out at the same time. So it's kind of an interesting thing going on. But for a $12 nice bottle of wine, the label looks like a painting from France from the 1880s that comic book drew, which sounds worse than it actually is. It's got nice mouthfeel. It's got good flavor. Interesting flavor. It's not the same old, same old. Here you can kind of get out of your comfort zone while still staying in there with the same kind of wines you typically drink, which is kind of a nice little situation for you. You don't have to try. I mean, I just got an invite today for Greek wines. There's a lot of Greek wines are white wines, and you never heard of the grapes before, and you don't know how they're spelled, and you can't pronounce them, but they're really good. But there you got to kind of take a leap of faith to drink those. And here it's a Sauvignon Blanc and Vermentino. You can handle that. So, and you can. Get a wine bucket and put some ice in there. Keep this one on chilled. Take another sip. It's a nice little French wine. We're not in California anymore. It's got a little more balance. It's not as fruit forward. It's more of a stew, a mix of flavors. But it tastes great. Just stay away from the nose, which you can once you start drinking it. Like I said, as it opens, it goes away. But the nose wasn't horrible. I'm just so used to having at least Sauvignon Blanc wines just being this bouquet of flowers and fruit. And this one's kind of like, what is that? I don't actually know, and I'm not sure I like it. But I like the flavor. So that's it for me, Domain Dave, cheapwinefinder.com. What do we got next? I think we've got coming up, we're going to have a wine from Kim Crawford. And what else? Some other things. So adios, keep it cheap. We'll be talking to you. This was the Côte Mas Sauvignon Blanc Vermentino 2024. I found it at Trader Joe's for $11.99, but your local wine shop should have it for just about the same price. So adios, keep it cheap, and I'll be talking to everybody in a couple days. Bye-bye.